Bloom Wichita, your local florist for all your gift-giving, celebratory, and remembrance needs. Specializing in fresh, creative florals and plants, we carry fun, local, and regional-made gifts too. Learn more at bloomwichita.com.
Support for See Taste Do comes from Dr. Colin and Joan Bailey, proud sponsors of PBS Kansas Channel 8 programming.
Welcome to See Taste Do. I'm Phil Richardson. Today we're heading to Augusta, Kansas, a town rich with history, flavor, and fun. We'll kick things off at the Twisted Oz Motorcycle Museum, where classic bikes and rare collectibles take us on a journey through two-wheeled history. Then we'll grab a table at Sugar Shane's Café, where the food is homemade, the portions are generous, and the community comes together. And finally, we'll roll into Holiday Bowl, a vintage bowling alley that's been a local hangout for generations. So come along as we discover the sights, the taste, and the good times waiting for us in Augusta. Join us, won't you?
This business is Augusta See Taste Do Hometown Proud. Wheat State Retreat Center.
And now we're in Augusta, Kansas. We're about to go into the Twisted Oz Motorcycle Museum here in town, and I am so excited to see all the motorcycles and everything that they have. Come along with us. Here we go. And here today we're at Twisted Oz Motorcycle Museum, and joining me is Kelly Modlin, the owner, and Paul Belt, the curator of the museum. And I'm telling you, this is an exciting place. I'm so happy to be here. It's been a long time since I've ridden a motorcycle. I'll tell you about that later. But guys, this is special. We are enjoying what we're seeing. But I want to start out with you, Kelly. Tell us about the history, just the brief history of how this came about.
You know, I've always been into motorcycles my whole life. Grew up in a motorcycle family, and I have bikes in different buildings and stuff around town. And I ended up buying this building, and I didn't realize it when I bought it, but it just worked out to be a perfect museum building. Mm-hmm. And you know, your family and friends.
Yeah. And
my family supported me on it. So the next thing, Paul jumped in, and before you know it, we was in business.
And you've got bikes from the early 1900s, right?
Yes.
All the way through how far?
Up until the 60s.
60s? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So Paul, what's your role here? Exact curator, but tell us a little bit about how that works.
Just try to keep track of him and where he needs to be.
Yeah.
And he'll find bikes and I find a place to put them.
Yeah. And you've got a lot of pictures of people up on the walls with the names of the folks. I mean, you know, Autoways, that's a name I'm familiar with. And so tell us a little bit about the Autoways. How would they get involved here?
Half the collection here is Jerry and Herb Autoways.
Okay.
Herb is one that started Joyland Amusement Park, and Jerry, his son, is 88. And when we started this almost 10 years ago, Jerry said, well, what do you want? And Jerry and Herb have one of the best collections in the United States. Mm-hmm. And so Jerry's here every Saturday and Sunday with us.
Okay.
And then the Nelson family loaned us some of the Joyland memorabilia and stuff that you see around.
And that's in another building?
Yes,
right?
We have two buildings with motorcycles and anything that's cool.
Yeah, and you have a lot of cool stuff. In fact, we talked about the metal building, the Valentine, is that right? That used to be in Wichita?
You know, it was in, yes,
Augusta?
they was made in Wichita. But we bought that one up east of Florence out of a salvage yard.
Okay.
And you know, it says no trespassing, and I told my wife that doesn't mean me, that's for everybody else. So I ended up meeting the gentleman, and he delivered it down here for us, and then Paul and I moved it around with a skid steer and rebuilt it, and that's our break room area.
That's awesome. Well, how many bikes can people see when they come to Twisted Oz?
It's about 150.
Wow,
And
okay.
They all run except for about a dozen.
Okay, that's awesome. And then do you take them out on
yes,
occasion?
All the time. We belong to an Antique Motorcycle Club of America, and they have these national road runs. We just got back from Oregon about 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
Took 6 bikes right off the floor.
Wow.
Went out there and rode for a few days.
And then and some of the other things you have besides motorcycles, you have other items like pedal cars and stuff?
Oh yeah, we got pedal cars, tricycles, a little bit of everything. That's where motorcycle gets started. The kids riding trikes and then bicycles and hopefully motorcycles.
And doing stupid things, as we talked before we started filming as kids, like we all do, but we have fun.
That we do. Wanted to mention that Jerry, even though he's 88, Jerry's still riding.
Okay.
So we
And Bob Christian's
and Bob
87.
Christian,
Wow.
And they
87.
still ride with us. It's awesome.
Cool. Yeah. So guys, tell me about 2 or 3 super cool motorcycles that would stand out when people come to see.
Well, we've got the 6-cylinder Indian that Herb Ottaway custom built. Indian made 4-cylinder bikes, but he took 2 damaged 4-cylinder engines, combined them and made a 6-cylinder bike.
Okay.
And that still gets run every weekend. We also have a 1-of-1, a J.J. Wood, that was built out in Denver.
Okay.
And they rode that all the way to St. Augustine, Florida, to prove how good a bike it was.
Okay.
And then we also have a one-of-a-kind Harley prototype for 1930.
Okay. And what's this very long, slender, black machine? It looks way cool.
Like a streamliner from the Bonneville Salt Flats,
Okay.
Mr. Max Lamke. Unfortunately, we just lost Max a few months ago. Did 275 not recorded,
Whoa. Wow.
215 recorded because you have to hold it both directions.
Yeah.
He ran it several times, and Max built several bikes to go to Bonneville. Just a wonderful gentleman and a mechanical genius, just like Herb.
Cool. Anything else you want to tell us about Twisted Oz Motorcycle Museum, other than it's super cool? I'm glad that we came. Like, how many people would come? Like, you're open Friday through Sunday, right?
Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, 10 to 4.
Okay.
You never know.
Yeah.
There may be only 3 or 4 people show up, and the next day there might be 30, 40. You just never know.
And people from all over the country?
All over the world.
Wow, okay.
All 50 states and about 25 or so other foreign countries.
Wow, that's awesome. Well, this is a jewel, I'm telling you. It's a gem here in Kansas, and I'm so glad that we picked here to come because it's wonderful. I had no idea that it was here.
Even if they're not into motorcycles, there's so much more to see here. If you just like old cool stuff, that's the reason we keep Paul around.
Well, very good. Well, thank you so much. Appreciate you guys' time today, and it's been our pleasure, I'm telling you. Thanks. And now we're here at Sugar Shane's Cafe in Augusta, Kansas, and we've got to find out, why is there a Hawaiian-themed cafe in the heart of Augusta? Come along with us. And now we're here at Sugar Shane's, and joining me is the owner, Mr. Shane. Scott, thank you for having us today, and I'm telling you, look at the spread of this food.
I hope you enjoy it.
Oh, well, tell me a little bit about what we're going to sample here today.
Well, let's start with the appetizer. This is our hand-breaded onion rings that we are famous for. People love them. We actually got this by accident. We're running out of some of the batter, and so we mixed our own combination. And we did it. People went crazy, so we kept that secret batter from now on, and people absolutely love it. So that was an accident that we stumbled onto that we found.
Well, I'm going to take a bite real quick here, and then we can move on to the next thing. But here we go. This is the hand-battered onion ring.
Right. And while you're eating that, I'll let you know we also hand slice these back there. So this is not like, these are fresh. These come right from, and it takes a little bit labor intensive, but mine's falling apart on me, but it tastes the same.
This is phenomenal. I love it. So while we're starting here, let's talk a little bit about Sugar Shane's, the history, how you got involved, what it's all about, what's your passion about the restaurant.
Well, I'll give you the real true story, okay? I'm not going to fluff it up any at all. I had no desire to be a restaurant, okay? However, we were leaving one time and I was talking to my daughter and I said, man, how come we got to drive to Wichita to eat?
Yeah.
And she said to me what I always say to her. She goes, well, are you part of the problem or are you part of the solution?
Yeah.
And I looked over at my wife and my wife was like, oh no, here we go. And so we did it. We just jumped out on a prayer didn't have a lot of money in our pocket and we just went for it. When we first opened, I'm going to tell you honestly, we did not know what we were doing, and it was obvious that we did. But our community stuck with us.
Yeah.
They continue to support us. They let us grow. They let us make some mistakes, and they let us get bigger and better. And now, in 2 months, we'll be here 10 years.
Wow, that's amazing.
So I got to give a lot of credit to my community.
Yeah, so it sounds like they support you very well.
They do.
And tell us a little bit about the restaurant. You have different sections and areas, I've seen.
Yes. Okay, so you come into you kind of enter into our gift shop where you buy our gear and that kinds of good stuff. And obviously we claim that we're world famous, which has been very beneficial for us, as you see billboards and such. Then you go into the dining room, and the dining room has a bar area up there. You'll see a lot of regulars there. But the majority of the action, during lunchtime and in the evenings is in the dining room. And then when you come this direction, we are in the patio room, has the garage door you can lift up, and people like to either rent that or do some type of parties in here, smaller parties, and that works well. But then in the back, in what we call the event center, that's where we do class reunions, and we'll do wedding receptions, and we'll do all kinds of events back there. We've even had somebody get married back there.
Oh, wow.
So, but all of our civic things that go on, Lions Clubs, those type of things, they are back there for privacy. We can hold about 90 people. As a matter of fact, in August, I'm having my high school reunion back there. So that kind of tells you a little bit about what that is. And then the other section is outdoors, kind of behind us over here. And that's got some artificial turf down. I call it a poor man's chicken and pickle. You can go out there with the artificial turf, and we've got cornhole, and we do a lot of fundraisers out there with tournaments and different things. We do concerts out there from time to time, and we share that with Red Bud Brewing next door, and so we share that space with them, and just have all kinds of events for our community.
Yeah.
So.
Well, that's cool. Now, tell me a little bit about the next item I'm going to try here.
Okay. What you have is the best of the best here. You've got our best sellers. Those fish tacos, and if you go look at our reviews, people say it's the best fish taco I've ever had. That's what you've got in front of you now. And then over here, I told you earlier, off camera, that the key word about us is that never frozen and hand battered. Those are the two things. None of our meats are ever frozen. And they're all hand battered. So from the chicken fried steak to chicken fried chicken, but these chicken tenders are a hit. And it's a toss-up month to month of which one's the best seller. So appetizer, far and away this. Our fish tacos, unbelievable.
Well, I'm gonna take a good old bite of this because it's big and plenty, I tell you that.
You're gonna get value for your money.
I may have trouble getting my mouth around here, but we'll give it a try. Here we go.
Now you're eating right now the hand battered fish. We use a white fish, and so we also do grilled, so not everything has to be fried here, so we do that grilled. But what they made for you is the best seller of the fried ones.
And I'll tell you, this is very great. It's excellent.
Thank you.
Fabulous. I'm going to take another bite, and I'm going to get a to-go box because I want to take some home.
Okay, sounds good.
That's the best part about this show, is to take it home.
There you go. And the crew can have some as well.
That's right.
But also, what we do that's different from us is we vary our specials, usually a monthly special. We can either do a ribeye night, which is very, very popular, a tomahawk steak night, also popular. Here lately, on Fridays, we've been doing lobster rolls, fresh Maine lobster rolls, lobster flown in from Maine. It's a little pricey for us to do that, but it's worth it for us because we get so many people coming in from all over Kansas to eat those lobster
Yeah.
rolls. You know, we don't have lobster every day in
Sure.
Kansas,
Yeah.
and so that's a big thing for us
Yeah.
as well. Just so you're aware.
So speaking about people coming from all over, what's the furthest away you think you've had people from in the country or?
Well, that's
out of the
hard to
country?
say because you look at our I don't know if you might want to get a shot of our map out there. We got pins from the whole country out there. Then we got them from Russia and all over the world out there.
Okay.
And so that's our claim to fame to be world famous. And what it has a twofold effect. Number one, the people from Augusta come in and go, wow, we had this many people here? Yeah, we have, you know, and then people get to brag about their town. I'm from so-and-so in Wyoming and da-da-da, I'm here traveling through. Yeah. And our main thing that happens for us, there's two actually. People coming from the north going to Texas and Arizona, you know, for the winter.
Sure.
And then when they go back home,
they come back.
Yeah. And then we have people either going out to ski that direction to Colorado, or people coming from that direction going to Branson and the lakes.
Sure.
And so we are in a good crossroads to where a lot of people hit us and they look us up and say, well, a Hawaiian themed restaurant in Kansas and a small town in Kansas. Okay, I got to check this out.
Yeah.
And the fun thing is, we decided to make fun of ourselves and call ourselves world famous. So just being honest, we thought it'd be fun. I read about a fish market that did that in Seattle and how it helped their sales.
Yeah.
And when that happened, in about 45 days, our sales went up 12%, and they've never gone back. And then I had people who actually came in and apologized to me and said, I didn't realize you're world famous. I'm sorry, I would have come earlier. And I'm laughing. I go, we're not. We're just playing, you know. We're just playing. But our maps justify that we had people from all over.
Yeah. So I'm going to take a little bit of the potatoes there and the
Go right
macaroni.
ahead.
We'll swap this out here.
That
I'll put
sounds
that
great.
over there. And anything you want to tell me about this? This totally looks homemade right here.
This mac and cheese, we played around, and this is the one that we come up with that we like the most. Those potatoes are red skin potatoes, and that came from my mother saying you need red skin potatoes.
Yeah.
Okay, and so we are a family-owned restaurant, and so I do a lot of what my mom tells me to do.
There you go. Okay, here we go. That's great too. I love that.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
You know, when I was growing up, it wasn't like that. It was the box stuff.
Yeah, I understand with the powder and the milk and the butter.
Yeah, which is totally unhealthy.
Yeah, exactly.
This is much better for you. And then here we go with the potatoes and gravy. Like that too. That's great.
That's mothered approved.
Yeah.
From that one, the chicken tenders. Some people get it with gravy. It seems like the younger generation does that, honestly. But a lot of the older folks, we have different sauces, barbecue and everything. The ranches, honey mustard, sweet and sour Thai ranch that we dip those in.
I'll just take it plain because it looks fabulous right here.
Yeah, fresh.
Fresh, moist.
We've got good chicken. We don't have that dried out chicken. We're
not dried out at all.
Very good, and again, that's hand breaded with our own secret flouring there.
Well, this is fabulous, and the only thing I didn't take was a fry. So, anything you want to talk about the fry before I go?
Fries are fries on that one. I wish we had the time because we're at such a high volume restaurant that we could do those hand cut ones. That's what I would love. Yeah. But those are not that. Those are just something you would get at a Spangles.
Yeah, but let's take a look because they look really tasty. Like those too.
Yeah.
Yeah, very good. Okay, Shane, so what's the backstory on the Hawaiian theme?
Oh, I'm glad you asked that. Yeah. The reason we did that is because, and I'm going to be very transparent again, we walked in and saw all the wood and everything, and one of the guys that walked in with me was from California. Okay. And he said, oh man, this reminds me of a beach house down the road from me. Okay. And I said, well, we could go cowboy or beach house. Let's go beach house because we have lots of cowboys. But let's go beach house here. Yeah. And that's what started us off, and it just kind of blossomed from that. And so it was a good decision.
Plus, it's just more fun.
It is. It's more fun. Exactly. So surfboard tables.
Yeah. Very
like
cool.
That. So we like being unique in Kansas.
So Shane, what's the tie-in with the seafood exactly? Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, it's hard to have a tropical themed restaurant without being a little heavy on the fish side. So the fish tacos was important to us. The pan-seared whitefish is important to us. The lobster rolls and all those things. And once in a while we'll do crab cakes as well, which I failed to mention. And again, those are handmade and hand breaded back there. with our own sauce. And so, yeah, you know, if you're going to be kind of, you know, tropical themed or beach themed, you need to have some seafood.
Yeah, makes perfect sense.
Yeah, that's the key.
Well, Shane, I tell you, this is all great food. Now that I know about it, I have to come and visit.
I appreciate it.
And eat, but
I can't believe you didn't know about us. We're world famous.
I know, I know. I need to venture out of my own little area of territory.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much. It's been a pleasure.
Hey,
Thanks for having us.
Thank you so much.
You bet. Lunch was really great at Sugar Shane's, and now we're going to the Holiday Bowl. I'm going to break out my old bowling ball and give it a try. We'll see you there. And now we're here at the Holiday Bowl in Augusta, Kansas, and joining me is Lonnie Pace, the owner and operator. And Lonnie, I'm excited. It's been a long, long time since I bowled, and I'll tell a little story about that later, but I'm excited to be here. We're gonna have a good time, and tell us all about the Holiday Bowl. How did it come about? How'd you get involved? Everything.
Well, this opened back in 1958, and was, I think, 10 lanes or 8 or 10 lanes, and they very quickly opened it up to 12 lanes.
Okay.
Fast forwarded up to about 2017, the place closed down. It was sold, and it sat empty for about 5, 6, 7 years. And I'd always I bowled all my life.
Yeah.
I'm not a great bowler, but I bowled all my life. And I'm like, you know, heck, let's buy this thing and have some fun with it. So it was a passion project, and it took us 2 years to track down everything that we wanted.
Yeah.
Return it back to 1958. So all the equipment in here is from 1958, and happy to give you a story about how Brunswick introduced their line back then of the Gold Crown line of equipment.
Sure.
But we went all over the country finding that.
Okay.
The masking units behind us, those are those things that sit over the pins.
Okay.
Those came out of Indiana. We drove up there, and the auto body place across the street, Kennedy, they completely redid them for us in automotive paint. The red crowns that are on there, they had all disintegrated because they're 78 years old.
Sure.
And we had those made down in Wichita with lay signs. They redid them for us. Beautiful.
Okay.
The ball returns came out of Ponca City when
very cool.
they closed down a couple 3 or 4 years ago,
Yeah.
and they're kind of reminiscent of the Star Trek
Yeah.
look.
Yeah.
We redid those. The little crowns in the middle of them came out of Texas. The foul lights. I can't remember where we got those,
Yeah.
but you know, it's been crazy getting it all put back together.
Well, it's very beautiful, and it's very vintage, and I love that mid-century. I mean, it's cool, and I know I'm going to bowl here in a little bit. Am I going to bowl against you?
Absolutely.
Okay, well, we'll see how that goes. I'm sure you're going to win, but the goal is to have fun, and that's what I'd love to do.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So tell me a little bit more about your passion about bowling. Like, why did you want to buy the bowling alley, and like, do you have another career before, or you have other careers right now?
I'm a veterinarian. I'm a critical care specialist in the veterinary world, but I don't practice in Kansas.
Okay.
And I bowled all my life on and off.
Yeah.
And Rose Bowl East was the place that I bowled when I was a kid.
Okay.
And it was always fun.
Yeah.
And so when this came up for sale, I'm like, you know what, we're going to do this, and we're going to do this like it would be my basement.
Yeah.
But we're gonna do it right for the community, and just probably make it one of the coolest bowling alleys around. The Brunswick people came out and helped us with that.
Yeah.
And I asked the guy, I'm like, so tell me about the 3 coolest bowling alleys in the United States. He's like, well, this is definitely one of them. And then by the time he left, he's like, no, this is it. This is the coolest one,
cool.
which is great. But it was, yeah, it was just passion. I mean, you know, I like the mid-century look.
Yeah.
And so we just kind of went all in on it.
And then when people come to the bowling alley, other than bowling, of course, what else can they do here at the bowling alley?
Well, we've got a great menu. We kind of wanted to tag this as it's a mid-century lounge with great food. Oh, and it just happens to have a bowling alley.
Yeah.
So we brought in pinball. We've got pinball right now in there. We've got this beautiful bar with some fantastic whiskeys. Our pizza is fantastic. We think we've got the best pizza and wings in the state.
Okay.
Everything is, you know, our burgers are great. Basically, if we didn't like it, we weren't going to serve it. And if
Yeah.
you know, so we'd have huge tasting parties before we open, bring in food,
Yeah.
we try it, and we're happy with
Yeah.
it. We're always changing. We're always trying to get better.
And then do you also have leagues that
Yes.
participate?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, we got leagues. Depends on it's the fall season
Yeah.
versus the summer season, but yeah, absolutely.
Okay. So Lonnie, what other kind of bowling can people do here?
Well, we have Cosmic Bowl.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and we leaned into it pretty good.
Yeah.
And so on Friday nights, Saturday nights, depending on the weekends. But yeah, absolutely, we got the laser lights and the strobes.
Oh, you got the disco balls.
And the disco balls. Yeah,
right.
we inherited those and we've kept them. They're great.
Okay.
And that.
A lot of good 80s music.
Absolutely, we got 80s music, 70s music.
Yeah.
It just depends on the vibe that we're going that night.
Cool.
Absolutely.
Awesome. Love it.
And then we sometimes even have live music here. We have bands set up right over here.
Okay.
So that's something else we're bringing. So we've got our big party coming up in a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
For our patio, we'll have live music out on our patio.
Okay.
But yeah, we'll set up shop here and we have good live music.
So Lonnie, I started bowling like in 1978 when I was in junior high, and I even have my own bowling ball from that long ago. Has my name engraved and everything.
Awesome.
So I got it, so I'm gonna go get it so we can break that buddy out.
Sounds great.
All right,
Excellent. I'm
let's
looking
do it.
forward to it.
Hey Lonnie, I got my vintage bowling ball and I'm ready to take a gander at it, so here we go.
Excellent, excellent.
All right. I'm gonna try to remember everything my daddy taught me. He was a pretty good bowler. Oh, 1.
That's one of the hard ones to get.
Oh, close.
Almost.
Close. Woo. Yay. Good job. There it is. Yeah! Woo.
Well done.
Oh,
Almost identical.
you got ripped off. Woo! It even has my name on it.
Yeah. You got it.
Did my name come up?
I don't think so.
Well, Lonnie, I got a 125, and I bet I haven't bowled in 15 years. I guess, is that not too shabby?
That's pretty darn good.
Okay, and you did a 134, so.
We're not going to talk about that.
Yeah, but you beat me, and that's cool. But I think if I join a league, I want you on my team.
We can do that.
We can do it. Thanks so much for having us.
Thank
Had
you
a
for coming
great
out.
time.
Appreciate it.
You bet. That's a wrap here from Augusta, Kansas. There's so much to see, taste, and do. You must check it out. Until next time, if you want your town to be featured on See, Taste, Do, give us an email at seetastedo@kpts.org. There's a lot of great hidden gems out in Kansas. Until next time, I'm Phil Richardson. We'll see you soon.
This business is Augusta See, Taste, Do Hometown Proud. Wheat State Retreat Center. Support for See, Taste, Do comes from Dr. Colin and Joan Bailey, proud sponsors of PBS Kansas Channel 8 programming.
Bloom Wichita, your local florist for all your gift-giving, celebratory, and remembrance needs. Specializing in fresh, creative florals and plants, we carry fun, local, and regional-made gifts too. Learn more at bloomwichita.com